Storytime skin. I've been a police officer for the last 28 years, and I've never thought about leaving my job until now. My partner and I got a call to check on a disturbance at one of the largest apartment buildings in our city. It was a code 3, which means every officer in the area needs to get there. It also means that whatever you're about to find will be devastating. I thought I knew that, but I had no idea just how bad it would be. When my partner and I pulled up to the building, we were the 5th car to arrive. Other officers had already made their way inside, so we went in behind them. Luckily, the call was from a first-floor apartment, and the young lady with the issue was standing in the hall talking to the other officers. She said she had come back home from a week-long vacation to find 7 different spots throughout her apartment where a red liquid had dripped from the ceiling and pool. We were pretty positive it was what we thought it was, and it was a lot of it, more than I've ever seen in my life. Some of the officers went upstairs to figure out which apartment was directly overhead and what the problem was. My partner and I stayed with the young lady on the first floor. Before that day, I thought I knew what my biggest fear was. I was wrong. 5 of the toughest police officers I know went upstairs to check out this apartment, but when they came down the stairs, they were running. At first, I thought it was because of some danger they had found in the room, but then I realized each and every one of them was running towards the door because they didn't want to vomit inside. I knew I should have just walked away, but I was so curious. And I know this doesn't make any sense, but the sound of 5 guys puking their brains out only made me want to know what they saw more. So against my better judgment, I made my way up the stairs, and now I can't get the image of what I saw out of my head. I walked into the apartment, and right away it was weird. There was no furniture, nothing on the walls, and aside from all the piles of dirty laundry around, it seemed like no one had been living there. I kept looking around thinking I must have missed the big deal. I even started to think I had maybe walked into the wrong apartment, but I hadn't. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed something moving in and out of a laundry pile on the floor. I squinted and finally made out that they were maggots and other bugs. That's when my brain fully accepted what I was seeing. I stood there trying not to pass out as I looked around and counted 7 piles of laundry. But they weren't actually piles of laundry, they were piles of skin.